Hey guys, how's it going? Thad here with Iowa Budget RC, and I'm back with Rollin Thunder, kinda. So, if you guys watched my last series, I did the Lunchbox with the two bodies, and I'd been looking for, I wanted a vintage chassis to put the Rollin Thunder on just as kind of a shelf queen. And so I got to looking, and I ended up finding this one, which was actually a really good deal on Fleabay, and I talked to the guy and made him an offer, and he accepted. And so it never hurts to message the seller, because you never know what you might get. And so this thing had its little quirks. I actually put, these are the wheels that came with the Lunchbox, and these are actually tires that were from my QD Blackfoot, a little bit dry rotted, and they were spinning in the rear wheels. And so anyway, since this thing's pretty much just gonna sit on the shelf, I figured what the heck, well, let's put them to use, and we will do that because it had Blackfoot wheels on it. And actually the tires on these are in better shape than the ones on my Blackfoot, and so if I decide to use Blackfoot tires on that thing, which I might, probably end up using these because they're softer. They're not near as hard, but it had weird little quirks like, where'd it go? Right here. That is one of the homemade body mounts, and actually it's done pretty well, but I wouldn't want to stretch the body out and around that big long pin. They did not, however, put a little notch right there to kind of hold it up against the frame, so it wanted to do one of these numbers. But that was just one of the weird little things about it. Let me get the body off, and I will show you inside and what it came with. Alright, so here's the underside of the chassis, and as you can see, everything looks really good. I mean, it's not even really all that scraped up. There's a little bit here on the axle and whatever, and the front spoiler's gone, but front bumper's gone, but I'm not gonna use that bumper for display anyway because they're just not that pretty. But check this out. It came with Trinity Speedtech Joel Magic Johnson motor. I believe these are 21 turn, and they're rebuildable. You can adjust the timing on them, and so that's pretty neat to have a vintage motor, and it does work. I hooked just a 1.5 volt battery up to it, and it worked right away, turned on right away, and worked really good. It's got the friction shocks, of course, as you can see, no big deal. I'll actually probably end up getting into my stash of parts here and building the friction shocks that I didn't use, and putting those on here just so they'll be shiny. But it did come with a vintage Futaba steering servo and a vintage Futaba receiver and a 75 megahertz one, and so I think I'm going to try and find the radio to match this. So if any of you guys have any old 75 megahertz Futaba gear and it will match that particular receiver, let me know, because I'd be interested in it. I don't even know if it turns on, first of all. I guess I need to plug a battery into the battery port and see if it actually turns on, but I think it will. And you know, the old Futaba stuff was pretty indestructible, but it'd be cool just to have, you know, an old school Lunchy done up in all old school stuff. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other two wheels mounted up. This does have bearings in it. When I took the back ones off, I pulled the adapters away, and there's bearings in the gearbox, and everything sounds and feels really good. And there's bearings, there was bearings in the front wheels also. So whoever had this loved it enough to have good stuff with it. So, and there we got it on the shelf, right next to the Lunchbox and the QD Blackfoot. And I couldn't be happier with it. It's going to serve its purpose as being a shelf queen, and that's kind of why I did that. So anyway, guys, with that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and have a great day.